You've been in the gym for a little while. You've been working out, going diligently, being disciplined, yet you don't see any progression. What do? I'm going to go over 4 things that I wish I knew when I first started going to the gym that will probably speed up your progression in the gym. Let's get into it. All right. There's 4 things that stand out in my mind in terms of things that I wish I was doing when I first started working out. Many of you all are in the same situation I was in when I first started lifting. There are certain fundamentals that just apply to everybody, but because they're not fun and sexy and exciting, well, they don't get talked about. So let's go ahead and deep dive into number 1, and that's your sleep sucks. Now, you probably came to this channel expecting to hear some kind of technique change or maybe something extravagant or a supplement, and I'm starting off talking about sleep. That's because sleep is probably the most powerful thing that a lot of people just aren't doing. If I could bottle up sleep and sell it, I'd be a billionaire because it is that important to anybody that's wanting to work out to see some kind of progression. Sleep is responsible for repairing damaged tissue, to include your muscles, which is going to cause growth. It's important for hormone production, like the anabolic ones, testosterone and estrogen. You kind of need those for muscle growth. Sleep is also important for protein synthesis, performance, reducing inflammation in the body. It's important for keeping the immune system going well because let's face it, if you get sick, you're not going to be working out, at least not as well as you could be. Also, it's important for decreasing catabolic hormones such as cortisol. Studies show that getting 6 hours or less sleep will significantly reduce your strength compared to those that get 7 or more hours. You should be aiming for closer to 8, but I get it, busy life, you got a lot of things going on. But still, sleep is that important. Being sleep deprived can cause a reduction in protein synthesis by 18% and a reduction of plasma testosterone by 24%. And it can also have an increase in cortisol by 21%. All 3 of those is screaming train wreck if you are trying to get in the gym and actually make some kind of benefit. If you are sleep deprived, you are already starting off in the negative. Also consider sleep is good for correcting your mood. Some of you guys need to take a nap because you're a pain in the You're not eating for your body. So many people across this country and just in the world are not eating enough protein, but you're overeating on carbs and fats. There's an estimate that the average American is eating about 3,600 calories a day. And from those 3,600 calories, 85% of it is coming from fats and carbs. That's a big problem, and that is going to hinder some of your progression. You are not eating for what your specific body needs. Eating a variety of food also is going to be very beneficial for your health and just your progression. Micronutrients, they don't get the respect that they deserve when it comes to being healthy, but also getting bigger, getting stronger, getting faster. These little vitamins that you take that your parents probably had you eating, Flintstone vitamins or gummies, they're so wildly underrated. Eating a variety of food will help to make sure that you're getting enough of the micronutrients that you need, as well as the macronutrients. Another reason that I found that I was struggling to make progress was I was not pushing hard enough in the gym. Now, hear me out first, because a lot of you guys are going to skip past this part because you think that going in the gym and lifting hard and intensity means loading the bar up with as much weight as you can and trying to get to your 1 rep max. if you want to get bigger, if you are searching for bigger muscles, you need to train for bigger muscles, not just for strength. Lifting for hypertrophy means you need to be doing a lot of your sets close to failure on your compound lifts, and then pushing into the realm of failure on your isolation lifts. You don't need to be in the gym for 2 and 3 hours. Get in the gym, get about 12 to 15 sets, and get out of the gym and go home. Once you start eating, once you get some sleep and get the nutrients into your body, that's where the progression starts. So the science says that taking your lifts close to failure is where you're going to see the biggest bang for your buck. Yes, if you go in the gym and you do your typical 3x10 lift, sure, you will make a little bit of progress. When it comes to hypertrophy, a lot of us want to be efficient about it. We want to get into the gym, lift what we need to lift to get the most out of it. When you want efficiency, you need to be pushing close to failure. I mean 1 to 2 reps in reserve when we're talking about failure. So the next thing that I was doing when I first started out was I failed to plan. I would show up in the gym. I knew that it was going to be chest day, and I was pretty sure I was going to do some bench, but I didn't know if it was going to be bar or dumbbells, and I was going to do some flies and then some incline stuff and some decline stuff, but I didn't know how many reps. I didn't know how many sets that I was going to do. I was just unsure about a lot of stuff, and I was just winging it. And it's probably what a lot of you guys are doing right now. Having a plan it makes it better for you to go in, have a system, and be able to stick to it. Having a plan also gives you something to look back on to say, am I seeing progress or not? Week 1, I was doing 225 for sets of 10. And then week 2, I bumped it up to 225 by sets of 12. And then on week 3, I bumped it up to 250 for sets of 8. You can see the progress that's happening when you have an actual plan. But a lot of people, you just come in and you're probably doing stuff that you've seen someone else do, either someone in the gym or someone you look up to, or probably a bodybuilder. That's not the right way to address this. Have a plan before you get into the gym. That way you know what you're doing, you get in there, you get the work done, and you can get out. Now, like I said, these are just 4 of the things that I wish I knew when I was first starting out. If you are in any of these positions, let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you again. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Better each day, we're out.